The opinions and views expressed by the hosts of this podcast are intended solely for the entertainment purposes. None of the content should be taken seriously or as factual. No personal disclosure, revelations, or accusations are being made. Additionally, we advise against attempting any actions discussed on this podcast.
So drink responsibly and enjoy the show. Trying to look her up and shit. Yep. But it's been a while since you heard my voice, since you heard all our voices. But this is indeed, we're back. Cognac Conversations podcast. I'm your host, of course, Rick the Ruler, aka Bucket Dad. To the left of me, my right hand man, my left hand man, my guy, Savi. Welcome back.
Bang, man. We fucking back, bro. We're fucking back on a good, nice weather, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice outside. It's just how it is in here right now.
Summer's on its way in.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's been a minute though. Definitely been a minute, you know. Jesus Christ. Glad to see all you guys in here today too as well.
Healthy.
You know?
JasMedia.
Yo.
HR.
Yo.
Spread Media, one of the hardest working men in the business. That guy's been hard working, man. I just have to salute him though.
Pornos and everything.
Oh, all right. You got it.
This is working hard.
Business is booming. Yo, but I'm glad that we all back. You know, it's been some tough times. Not some tough times. I don't want to be sad about it, but you know, just been busy. We've been busy on our regular live shit, but we back. I seen a lot of podcasts launching and stuff like that. Salute to them. I like that. Got me back into the mode. Got me back motivated. Not motivated, but got me back to like, yeah, let's get back to this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bang.
Yeah, there's some podcasts out there. I wish we had some time because there's some shit that I seen that I really want to get into, but I ain't gonna.
We can pin that up.
We can pin that. We
back with a more thoughtful.
Facts. Because I don't want to be all over the place with it. Because it's some podcasts that I seen, man, and I kind of didn't like. Not that they're saying anything about us or anything like that, but they kind of used our formula a little bit. Everybody has the same formula.
We can give you the recipe, though. I mean, you gonna make the sauce.
Facts. But it looked the same way. But of course, let's kick it off. Let's kick it off with the Hangover of the Week. It's a sports edition Hangover of the Week. We're gonna start off with former linebacker, NFL linebacker, Adarius Taylor. 34-year-old Adarius Taylor was arrested in Polk County, Florida, May 8th, right? Now, he was arrested May 8th. You know, probably you thinking, he did some crazy shit and nothing like that. Nah, what he did was he was negligent. He left his child in the car to go solicit some OnlyFans person. No. We can say that. We can't say the other one.
Yeah, man.
So
happy times for
him. And what made this funny because they've been in Florida. They've been having like a name for it. Like it was probe, right? Y'all want to know the name of the probe for this is? It was part of the undercover operation called Fool Around and Found Out.
Wow.
Which led to the apprehension of 200 individuals, which included Adarius Taylor.
Well, damn. Man was part of that shenanigans.
And I'm just like, dog, you was in the NFL for over 10 years. Well, 8 years. So you got a pension and stuff like that. But you still looking for sex, dude? It's tough.
He could have just honestly, I guess, like, find somebody and, like, I don't know, bro, like a gas station or something, exchange numbers and that's it, bro. Why would you pay for why would you go that direction, bro?
That's what I'm saying. I'm just dumbfounded because a lot of like artists, a lot of like people are getting jammed up with doing some bullshit like that.
You know what? It makes me believe this is why you see like billionaires getting young chicks nowadays, bro.
Facts.
Just for that. Like if you look at it, I think Belchick and Paul Heyman, they got like their girlfriends are like in their 20s, bro, which is wild to me.
Salute to first of all, shout out to Bill Belichick. This nigga don't know what's going on with his life.
Yeah, it's lost.
75 years old, letting this fucking 24-year-old run his life.
Yo, he's on TikTok and everything.
Crazy about him, bro. This is looking like
that's what's going on.
Coach been losing since Brady left. I don't know what Brady took.
Dog,
I ain't gonna lie. I think he's just trying to live the life that he has so far, bro. Because
Ain't got that much time left. You trying to say?
I'm not
It
saying.
sound like you saying he ain't got that much
Usually
time.
they have
Oh,
like
y'all-
midnight crisis and shit, but he's not having a
If you
midnight
don't
crisis.
know, if you don't know, he had a long-term girlfriend. So Bill got like 3 sons. He lived a whole life. He's been outside a long time.
Right.
For
He's
sure.
had girlfriends this whole time while he was winning Super Bowls, living life.
Right. This is
So,
true.
but this is the first time he's gone that young. This is like maybe not a midlife crisis, but late in life crisis. But on the other hand, you do see him having fun. So who are we to judge?
I feel like he's having more fun than he did before, bro. That's how I look at it, bro. Like legit. And then I hear people talking about. I think they had like a what's that shit called? A Halloween party before, and he brought his girl out there too, bro. And that shit was lit, man.
Dog, you see the pictures on his Instagram. They're doing like airplane pictures where he's like laying on his back with his feet and his hands up, and she's like
Nasty words.
spread it. And I'm just like, that's young people shit, dog.
Hey, he gonna be young again. Let me be
My
young.
only problem is she is very much so profiting off this relationship.
Yeah.
I know that's
Her
the
mom-
whole thing.
Did you see the thing with her, like the interview? Like
Their
the
parent,
interview?
I think their family owned like some type of like sex
Nah,
machine
she
or something
did
like
her
that.
first
Before that, they
gigolo.
owned like a regular business.
Right.
They started doing this whole sexual exploitation stuff after, because they know, her daughter is famous for this. Like, and then, like the mom just started jumping with this. It's a $1 million business for them right now.
Shit. Where?
Yes, you did not see this?
Yeah, they're real profitable. Nah,
They're
I
profitable.
seen that. They're real profitable.
Well, I can't necessarily say she's a gold digger then, bro. She just.
Yeah, you can say that. Did not have
She's
first.
a-
Oh, she got her own. She,
We say it like this,
opportunist,
opportunist.
yeah, but she got her own shit though.
Bill
That second
Belichick
one.
is funding her like real estate, like she's into real estate or something like
Her
that.
other boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, did that.
But Bill Belichick is picking up the tab.
She got them house before him
Oh yeah, well,
Shit.
with her first gigolo boyfriend.
Well, I ain't taking it, bro. I don't think it's a true thing. Like they're not. I think it's.
She protected him.
I mean,
And remember the
that's
interview?
shit.
They asked him.
I'll say it like
Protect
this.
the bag, baby.
Yup.
That's
Bag.
what it is.
They're
It's
benefiting
facts.
off each other right now. In that he wasn't getting looks for jobs. He starts dating her. She's sort of putting him up on modern day games.
but that's
all
probably
that
the
shit.
reason why the NFL don't want to hire. We don't want this young chick running around, a little bratty chick running around
But
trying
before,
to
like,
make
and if-
decisions.
and if-
But
NFL
before
don't want him
he
no
wasn't
more.
getting hired either.
No, he took a break.
Took a break. Took a hiatus. And then remember, his
wasn't-
last year,
it
his
wasn't
last
took
year
a
in New
break, it
England,
was
they
that
got
he-
their ass whooped.
He was forced out of the game because he couldn't
He couldn't coach.
Hey,
Can
'cause
he-
he
no, can't keep up.
He didn't forget how to coach. He was a terrible GM.
Yes.
Oh yeah, he
tried to
drafted
be
horribly.
coach and GM.
Yeah.
They couldn't draft a wide receiver for shit for years. That's what it was.
That's exactly what
He
that
deep
was.
in the
yeah.
top 10 every year.
So yeah, he needs a breather, and they've benefited off each other.
I don't know how.
Her a little more than him.
I just don't know how that shit gonna work in college though. That's the only issue though.
Why?
I don't know. It's just you can't impose on young kids hard like discipline and think you're gonna get the best out of them. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's supposed to go like that, but in the time and age we are right now with NIL money, dog, I'm getting bread. You know what? All right, you want to do X, Y, Z? All right, cool. I'll wait this season out, go into transfer.
Do you ever
portal.
think that him being this super huge disciplinarian is like
His downfall?
a bigger like media perception than actual like the reception of him?
I don't
if
know
you
because we're
ask-
not in that locker room, so I wouldn't.
Because you
couldn't
can,
tell.
because if you watch night, we have the benefit of podcasts, right?
Right.
So Julian Edelman and Gronk have a podcast now. They talking about how fun it was to see Coach at the roast and how funny Coach was. And you
Yeah.
see Randy Moss used to invite him to the Halloween parties. He used to come with his girlfriend dressed the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
So like Coach wasn't a bad guy. I just think his
The media.
media presence wasn't what
The
we
best.
would love it to be.
Well, that's
That's
the
a lot
thing,
of people, though.
Well, I think what he portrays in the media is very. I think is a part of him, and it's to say the least. Like when it comes to like business, when it comes to football, what you see is what you get. But I guess outside of football,
I think he's
probably-
probably just not a fan of media.
yeah,
A lot of coaches. Popovich was like that.
yeah, true.
Popovich didn't like. He would short answer you. I mean, not to the extent of what Bill did. Bill was like, next question, on to Cincinnati,
But
on
Pop
to
was
whoever.
loved. Pop was loved too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you
Pop was
gotta-
universally loved
Exactly.
because he showed the new side of him. That's why.
But before that, like in private, Pop was loved. Like the two franchises I've always hated my whole life are the New England Patriots and San Antonio Spurs.
I would never say I would. I never
I hate
hated.
them with a passion. Oh, but there are exceptions. I've always loved Pop, and I always fuck with Gronk and Randy Moss. So you gotta take the good with the bad.
Randy Moss, bro. He used to call it, was it Edelman, Elo Nuts or some shit like that?
Edel Nuts.
Elo nuts.
Edel
Elo
nuts.
nuts.
The only thing I hate about Randy Moss is that fucking accent. But
Yeah,
you know,
bruh.
fuck that.
Not who got the accent, but even worse now, the kid from the Panthers, bro.
Leggett.
Yeah.
Edward got the worst.
It's just
His
country
shit
as
thick,
hell.
boy. His accent is thick, bro.
And you know what the funny
man.
part is? You know who his translator is? They said Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
Adam Thielen.
Yeah.
They said the wide receiver coach be saying something to him, and then he'll answer back, and then he'll look at Thielen. He'd be like, "What did he say?"
Yeah.
And he have to translate.
That's hilarious,
Hey,
dog.
you know what's
And
crazy?
Thielen been in the league for 10 years.
The Panthers low-key have a good young dynamic because the new kid they drafted too is like he's fun-loving too.
Who?
The-
Yeah. The receiver.
yeah.
But he's
What-
they're serious about work.
what
But he's
school?
a fun-loving kid. He's from Arizona.
Arizona. Oh, you mean
This is my wide receiver, yes.
McMillan.
But
Oh yeah, he
If
good.
you watch, he's very fun loving. They got a fun little thing working up there. I don't know how many games they're gonna win, but that's a fun young team to watch for the future.
Yeah, man.
Don't worry, we do an NFL draft.
They beat the Giants anyway. We'll do some NFL analysis
We'll do
probably
NFLs.
before the season starts. We'll do
Yeah.
that.
I mean, the schedule came out already too, though, so that'll be perfect.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
talk about sports now. We talking all podcasts.
Exactly.
Fuck you, man.
But I guess we actually gave Bill Belichick the Hangover week too, so he could be added on to that shit. So to all you tequila drinkers, I'm speaking to y'all because we are a Cavassier drinking podcast.
I hate tequila.
A lot of people hate
You hate everything,
I mean,
Squidward.
George, you just
No, I love me my dog. I like my girls.
Who is a perfect?
word.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fucking party.
Fuck you.
I had nothing to do with it.
You're getting it too.
But for all you tequila drinkers, you might want to chill out on the Don Julio Casamigos, as it's coming to the light that they may not be pure. So there are a new lawsuit out on the two, of course, popular tequilas, Don Julio Casamigos. Pretty much is what they're saying is they're not 100% a grave. Now, a grave, from what I'm saying, what I researched, is that Don Julio Casamigos is supposed to use a blue Weber agave, which is a high quality plant grown in Mexico. Pretty much make the alcohol top notch. A lawsuit filed in New York, which is asking for $5 million in damages, which I want to know who the fuck is these people. Is it like people going to clubs that are saying this?
Yeah.
Or just random people? But they're saying that they're not using that blue Weber agave. They're using like some weak shit, which is making Casamigos and Don Julio diluted.
Yeah, I think they put in what's that shit called? Just adding more shit to it, additives,
Additive,
and
yeah.
whatnot. The guave shit, which is an actual plant what they normally use to. Yeah, they fucking shit up. I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's why, bro. I was never on a trying of like the whole Don Julio shit, bro.
I was never a fan of tequila, dog.
I tried to
Really?
Casamigo.
You weren't?
Never Don Julio, never. Nope, never.
I told y'all back in the day, I do not. Well, back in a couple episodes ago,
Nobody-
Don Julio is for like females that ain't got no life. I told y'all that, bro. That shit is wicked. The Don Julio is wicked, bro.
Everybody here is a liar because I've seen each and every
Never,
one of you have
bro.
a shot of Don Julio.
We had a shot.
Birthday?
We had a shot.
Your birthday.
On my
man.
birthday, yes.
bro. Like, here's a shot. I'm not
Yes.
gonna even question the shot.
Yeah.
The shot in front of me, I'm gonna drink it.
I'm a
I ain't gonna
drink
do
it.
that
I
for your
try.
But
birthday.
would I personally buy it? Nah. Everybody know what type of liquor I'll be buying, bro.
Me too.
Like,
So what are you buying?
We're a dark liquor. We're a dark liquor podcast.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
The dark liquor family. You get what I'm saying?
I don't get hangover drinking dark.
Exactly.
Tequila, I be fuck up. Man, for my birthday, I was
if it was
fucked up.
tequila. You know, I drink reposado
Yeah.
or año.
Oh.
If it was tequila,
Facts.
and it won't be none of the brands my man mentioned.
Yeah, but those two brands, don't get me wrong, I don't want to shit on those brands because they may be come a day. Nah, I ain't even gonna say that. We stick with our Cavassier for forever and ever. But for that to happen, bro, I feel like now I understand why people act the way they act. Why do you think people doing that Don shit over their head? That shit had some crazy ass chemicals in it that had niggas going nuts.
Bruh, I think.
So you think they just giving the
They just put
the Hennessy, the
Casamigo-
Hennessy and the Remy Martin is the good stuff, but we doing the other shit.
Absolutely.
What is it? So that's George Clooney shit, the Casamigo, right?
Yeah.
So fucking, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Anything that's sponsored behind a celebrity, bro, just don't drink. That's it.
That's a fact.
I feel like you a celebrity, bro. What do you know about?
How much time do you have to go
He's not
sit in
digging up
these
the cocoa
fields?
beans. He's talking about he's just endorsing the product.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
But that's his creation.
Yeah, that's you had to say so into
Working
this.
with a team for the creation. He doesn't know about liquor.
Then what the fuck you doing?
Don't put my name on it.
We're technically
I mean, but
speaking.
It helps to sell.
But that's business because First of all, y'all can't really criticize George Clooney because y'all just said, "Hey, if somebody sponsor us,
But he's not. He's not. I mean, he is sponsored, but
Do any of us know about liquor? No.
it's his bottle though.
if Patel come up with some bullshit, they say, "Hey, that ain't real yak," even though we'll be like, "Yeah,
that's real. Yeah.
We're gonna be on our necks for this.
yeah." Then they're like, "Yo, what?"
Bruh.
That's like
what they know about
that's
Drake?
like if we
I
just
ain't gonna lie. I'm going to bat for them niggas. Yeah,
So
they
Rock
do
would
some
have been
bullshit.
regular sauce if Diddy ain't put his name behind it and push that shit a little.
Yeah,
bit.
you're right.
Yeah, man. I
It might
mean,
not have been what we known for 2 summers. That's,
I mean, but
yeah.
that could be a tricky thing with businesses. If you're gonna put all your money into marketing and I guess you're gonna give it straight to a celebrity, what are you putting back into the actual business?
Facts.
Like,
Yeah,
when it comes
that's
to
true.
like helping the business actually grow.
That's
I mean,
true.
yeah, you got more eyes on it, but when it comes to keeping things potent and being able to move real units, you just wasted all your money on a celebrity. Now, are you
Right.
really ready for the demand?
Because at the end of the day, that celebrity gonna get paid.
He gonna he
And what about-
He got paid.
And what about the other way around? Like you have a really good product, but you don't got no push behind it as far as having a face to your.
It should
thing.
speak for itself.
It's just a good product. There's a lot of good singers out there that never get signed.
right?
Yeah.
All right, then. So you
Right,
can be
but
in the liquor store.
at the end of the day, like you said, the product speaks for itself.
you hope.
It's a tricky one, bro.
You hope.
I'm just saying though, just pertaining to this story, it's funny to me because when those two brands popped onto the scene, it was like
They had the summer.
they had it locked, and then once you made songs to the shit and all this other shit, and then it come to find out like it's not 100% a grave. And again, I'm not no liquor connoisseur, so I ain't gonna be like, yeah, this shit ain't 100% a grave.
I think people are starting to become more hip to the game. That people like a lot of businesses, not even just businesses, even when it comes to politicians, they're just using celebrities as whatever they need to use them for to get the attention
To get the
they need.
eyeballs.
Right.
But if you can't back it up with anything, you're gonna get exposed. Now you just put the light on yourself, whether you're ready or not. If you're not ready, you just got exposed.
Right.
It is.
And honestly, I feel like today, like if you have a good product, like it's gonna show eventually. Everyone's trying to look for the cheapest way to get the best thing when it comes to
Try to get the
anything and
shortcuts.
everything.
Shortcuts.
So
But what about how long you gonna stay down as a company before you invest the big dollars in advertisement? Where we just have some good shit, we're getting regular sales, but we know we're doing right by our customers. We're
That's
making
gonna
some
show.
good shit,
The Great
but
Wall.
it
The Great Wall
it's
wasn't
not
built.
popping.
The Great Wall wasn't built in a day. You got to continue to lay down the
Yeah, you-
foundation.
yeah,
But
you
how
gotta-
long can you operate like that business wise? I'm a finance person, so I know by numbers, X you sell X amount for.
So are you
long,
saying
you're
how
not
much
making
can you
a break
lose
in a break.
before you win? Is what you're saying?
Pretty much.
No, scare money.
I mean,
don't make
well,
no money.
Scare money don't make no money.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, you have your audience. When it comes to everything, even when it comes to like if you have a TV show, you have a business, you have your audience.
Facts.
You just feed your audience, and hopefully that grows. But you just live off of them, and you live within your means. And you may see an uptick in value, and that's where you, I guess, will have to learn how to pivot when it comes to if either you're gonna grow with that or just stay at the level that you at.
Dog, you can look at this podcast, bro. When we first started, we had what 20 people, maybe. We up to a certain number now. Where we at? Of course, we still growing, and we took some time off that kind of hindered our growth. But an audience is still clamoring to hear what we got to say.
Everybody's looking for the most potent crack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right,
Like,
I'm gonna say
period.
What hits?
I'm gonna say it
Yeah.
like this, and this is a different market. But Michael Jordan, when he first joined Nike to sign with Jordan, Nike was not the big fish. It was still Reebok and Adidas.
Converse.
Converse. I'm sorry. So
Well, only Converse.
Really only Converse.
Really only
Larry Bird and
But
Magic had Converse.
Adidas,
booming.
Adidas came later.
They had it
But
booming.
Nike wasn't shit until Jordan signed with him. Does that mean they never made?
But it
good
took
shit
time.
before that?
No,
In
it
fact,
took time.
Probably
to build.
not.
If we being honest, and when he signed for them, he signed for
Pocket
Shits and pennies.
He
Yeah.
signed,
No, he signed for the Jordan deal,
he
right?
signed for less than he would have with another stick company, but he signed with equity, which is
Yeah,
why
the
he's
Jordan
a
deal.
billionaire.
Yeah.
So it goes back to what we were saying is the
So
fact
does
that
but I'm asking you, does that mean Nike wasn't making any type of good products before that?
I mean, it might have been, but it wasn't to the masses until they decided to make that decision. I mean, it was a good decision because they had something to back it up with. But if they just grabbed Michael Jordan and didn't have the best product, then yeah, they'll be in a hole.
You gotta think about it. Without risk, there's no reward. They took a risk on Michael Jordan.
And what
That's basically what happened.
as a rookie. I mean, I do think it would just take a longer.
But they also had a good product.
Right.
Yeah, it would just take a longer route for them to get there if they didn't get Michael Jordan.
Don't get me wrong. Nike, those big Nike.
But would they have been Nike without him?
Yes,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day,
product, yeah.
How so?
what dude just said? You pivot. You find another.
Someone's gonna find out that this is a good ass sneaker, way better than the fucking Converse.
Right.
Yeah.
Like someone's gonna wear it.
They had a movie about that shit, didn't it? Right? They had a
Yes,
movie
they
about
did.
Nike,
They did.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess that's how.
But the movie was we signed Michael Jordan early, and if you watch the movie, they were in trouble before that. Doesn't
Right.
mean they weren't making good shit.
Yeah.
It just means that people weren't discovering them.
But at the end of the day, you're gonna get to the finish line. You may take a longer way, but you're gonna get to the finish line.
They made the finish line by finding the face of it.
Well, it's the element sometimes. Sometimes you might.
I mean, they
Nike-
found the finish line quicker because they
Because of
found
the-
the
yeah.
I'll say it like this: Nike. All right, if you know the business side of it, Nike's had 2 major jumps in sales above any other they ever experienced.
Right.
Like them jumping 400%.
Mhm.
Nike, and that's when they signed 2 athletes: Michael Jordan,
and Brian.
and Bo Jackson. Nike went up in sales 400% when Bo Jackson had that Bo Nose commercials.
Right. But then they took it. But,
And that was their first cross trainer ever.
Yeah.
but
They
then
had no backing.
But
for
then
it.
now look at Nike now that they got LeBron.
They losing now.
But
They losing now.
They would never sign LeBron without Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson. They didn't have the capital for it. They wasn't fucking with nobody.
Okay, I understand that, but like Dude said, you will still, even though you're not where you at right now, you're still gonna find a way to the finish line. Those PE Nikes may not hit, but oh shit, them Jordans gonna hit.
That's
They'll
I
find a
don't
way.
know.
if it's a product that can't be replicated, like only you know how to do this shit and it's crack, they're gonna find you. Money's gonna find you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
I mean,
I'll give you that.
I think that's all there's to it.
But they're not. A lot of times, we're not the only fish in a certain arena. It's
Yeah,
very
and
rare.
It's today.
Right.
So
It's very
today,
rare
everybody's
to look at
doing pretty much doing the same shit. But if you invent the wheel, then it's like, yo, he just
invented
fucking
the
invented
wheel.
the
Right.
Yeah.
But nobody's Apple. We're not. If we're talking about tequila, we're talking about sneakers. If we're talking about even our shit podcast, we not the first ones to do it. So we have to have some originality and we have to have a focus on it.
Yeah, absolutely. But what I'm saying, so I guess the argument is someone pretty much invented the wheel, or not even invented the wheel. They innovated it. They made a new level to it.
And we took it to the next level.
We took it to the next level.
Yeah.
Eventually, I don't believe that you need to find like someone famous to put eyes to it. I think eventually people are going to try to seek it out. I mean, especially when it comes to today, which is why like Amazon is thriving.
Yeah.
Like people all day, people are fucking like searching for the best prices. Everyone's looking for the best thing.
Yeah.
That's a misconception, though. You know what Amazon first made money off of? And Amazon just started to make money off of the selling of the e-commerce.
Oh,
That's what they
Amazon was a
started-
data storage company. at
90.
first.
So my customer is Amazon. So Amazon make at least 90% of their money of storing
data.
the data
Right.
for renting the data center to the
So
company.
Amazon was in a certain lane dominating, but
Yes.
in the other lane they couldn't get on for a long time. Just like Nike. Before Nike signed Jordan, you know they tried to sign Magic Johnson 12 years earlier?
Yeah.
couldn't.
And they
Good,
couldn't.
because Converse was it.
Doesn't mean they weren't making good shit, though.
They probably wasn't though.
They probably was.
Yeah, he probably
Wait,
right.
it doesn't mean that, but it probably does mean it was a
But
big
they came
deal.
with a lot better deal for Jordan than they did Magic Johnson. And opportunistically, they came at him younger. They like, yo, we got to find a way to get that
Get
big
the young
face,
guys.
Yeah.
get that face.
It was
to
a
this
lot of
product
trial and error,
so we can
though.
get some light.
True.
And it was trial and error.
Yeah.
They modernized. They did what they had to do. They got better.
That's
but
why-
it don't mean like Don Julio and Casamigos could have been doing shit 100 times better before we even started really fuck with them.
Right. So, but going back to them, they could have been taking the shortcut way, which is what people are saying. You know what? They're not 100%, whatever the case may be. But now that you done got a buzz and stuff like that, you done got a back, and it's like,
It's your
well,
responsibility to level up.
exactly. Don't get caught in this situation that you're going in
What you
right now.
claim.
Yeah. If I'm saying I'm 100, if I'm saying I'm 100 proof, I'm 100%. I'm
100 proof.
100 proof, nigga.
Now, as much as I've been on the side of them and drinks with celebrity endorsers now. If we being honest, if ever going away, they don't drink the shit in Mexico.
No, they drink all the
They
different
drink
versions.
more authentic shit that we have.
Yeah.
They drink the pure shit.
They drink their
Exactly.
Their shit.
Their shit don't import to the United States. Most of the shit
Yeah.
not imported to the United States. So yeah.
So you gotta know that whenever you're drinking these products, like
Well, I ain't gonna hold you. What I like to do nowadays, though, in regards to like liquor and shit, man, I like
You
to
mix
like
them?
I look it up. No, I look it up. I see where the origin from or whatever. I look at the label.
This nigga
It's
using
just
AIs.
like another ingredient. Like, yo, what you got here, bro? Because there's some shit that's truly authentic, and then there's some shit they do add adjectives.
Everything
additives into it or whatever, bro. So
Everything
I, was like,
got everything.
I ain't gonna lie, cause
But they some of these niggas they lying. I
they
guess.
do that's
That's
yo,
what it is.
I-
They're
cause
not
I-
using
I told
100
you, so, like,
100%.
back probably like 2 years ago, bro, maybe 3 years ago. Fucking, I was fucking a little bit with the Casamigos and shit. It was nice, and then switch over a
That'd be
little bit
bad
to
say.
Moscato.
honesty comes
He
through
bad
5
these
minutes
days.
into
He's-
this clip.
He's baddie days.
Yeah, man. I was like, all right, and I just stopped fucking with Casamigo, bro, because I did my research and shit, and fuck it, I was like, oh, this is not what it is, bro. And off the rip, when I see Don Julio, everybody's still going crazy off the Don. I said, yo, I'm definitely not getting this shit, bro, because I already know this shit is not real, bro. It's just,
It's a spur of the moment.
It's like what's that shit when T-Pain with the whole Nouveau shit came out?
It's another trendy drink.
That's
Yeah,
what it is.
trendy.
It's just trendy,
Yeah,
bro.
I never got into Casamigos neither.
Me either.
Me neither.
I just never.
I wasn't a fan of Nouveau either.
Nouveau.
When Nouveau dropped.
What about
I was like a chick.
So
bro.
Yeah,
Ciroc.
Certain shit come in like a wave, and you just fuck with it. Everybody was fucking. with it.
If somebody bought
It
it,
ran
we
its course
got
in
it.
like 2 months.
I hopped
What?
on Patron for a little bit.
Me too.
I
Oh.
could never get
Yo,
it, bro.
I
there
did.
was,
When
there
Patron
was,
first
hey,
came
there
out?
was a summer where Hypnotic had it. Niggas was drinking the blue drink.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
Well, Henny and Hypnotic.
Henny and Hypnotic.
you mean Incredible Hulk?
Incredible Hulk.
Oh my god, that's never bad
Patron-
days.
I'll take
Dude was
that.
right. Patron had a wave.
Patron had a
A little
wave.
bit.
Ciroc had a rap.
Ciroc had it. Ciroc might
Ciroc
have two
ran it.
summers.
For me,
Ciroc
for
ran 2
me,
summers.
for a
Ciroc had
couple
like
of-
2 summers.
for at least 2 summers,
Easy.
Goose had me.
Oh yeah,
I agree, Goose.
Goose was
Yeah.
getting you loose.
Goose was Goose had it.
Yeah, I didn't like
For a
Goose.
minute.
Yeah.
We had some. I ain't like.
You know
I
what's
know pineapple juice is out the little small
What?
bottle.
Goose had it for a minute. I ain't gonna lie. That was my.
And you know what's
drink.
crazy? Goose had no like real backing. Like I didn't never really see no celebrity
Not in the videos.
Belvedere for real.
Belvedere.
The videos.
I forgot,
Music
yeah.
videos. They had the great
Yeah.
picture
Yeah,
bottles.
about
But
Yeah.
the fucked up
Yeah,
part was
the first one,
Belvedere.
those is Chris
Belvedere was getting pushed though. Belvedere was
Yeah.
getting pushed harder than Grey Goose.
Belvedere was getting
Rick
pushed.
Ross.
Yeah.
Ross.
And Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Jay Z.
Cristal.
But after left Cristal being racist.
Yeah,
That's the reason why.
we had to stop fucking with it. Yeah,
Yeah. Because of
Well,
that.
speaking of Ciroc though,
Uh-oh.
we gotta talk about the guy that was.
I thought I told you that we won't stop.
I thought I
did
told you
stop.
that we would stop. We gonna talk about the guy that's behind
Bad boy
Ciroc.
for life.
Not behind Ciroc no more though. But of course we gotta touch on the Diddy case that's going on right now. Finally, it's in trial. It's in court. It's in the courtroom.
That shit moving fast.
So before I do this though, there's someone that watches the podcast that I told them that we was coming back, that we was going to talk about it. Not going to say their name, but they know who they are. And they sent me some screenshots of like the legal jargon of all the shit that was going on. And I told them when they sent me the legal jargon, I don't give a fuck about all that. I don't give a fuck about all that. We're not a podcast that's going to discuss the legal jargon. We can when it comes to facts of the case and things like that. That's cool. What I want to get at, and of course, the first real thing everybody's talking about is Cassie's testimony.
I don't feel bad.
Um,
Yo, we gotta edit that out.
yeah, look at my nigga. Hold on.
I started off like that.
That's something that said that.
Stop. Ease it in.
You started off the wrong way.
Finish the question, Lyric.
Yo,
I wanna know where you're going with
Ease it
it.
in.
I just want to lay the foundation.
Hey, dude, ease it in.
I don't feel bad.
I was trying to lay the foundation before he went.
Do like a pop poppy right here. We can do like a sound like a pop poppy right here.
It's cool, bro.
It's
Let me just lay the foundation and then Sabi.
question first, Lyric.
Go ahead, bro. I just
I'm gonna let Sabi take over because that statement was correct.
Fucking throw it out the window.
So Cassie took the stand. Again, let me reiterate for my people that sent me this. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, is on trial for sex trafficking, racketeering. Okay, I get that legal jargon, right? Cassie is on the stand right now testifying. She's not no more. Pretty much, in a sense, painting a picture of what Diddy was throughout the time they were together. He was abusive and all the other stuff. The DV stuff, of course, is documented and stuff like that. Let me get this out the way as well. The reason why Cassie is being called to the stand is, again, the prosecution is trying to paint a picture of why Diddy was using people like Cassie, Dawn Richardson that was part of Dirty Money. She was using these people to bring them in for freak-offs. So that's why Cassie was on the stand to lay the foundation of the freak-offs, what happened, and all this other stuff. And again, to my peoples, respectfully, don't give a fuck about all that. What I hate and what I don't like, and I'll let Savi go right now, and I'll go after him, is the fact that a while ago, when Diddy first started this shit, I was on here saying, hey, look, let's let this shit play out. Cassie is a victim because we saw the videos and stuff like that, but let's just let this play out. You know what I'm saying? I understand, like, we may victim shame, I guess it might be called in a sense. We victim shame, but let's just see how this shit roll out. Now we see everything that she said and stuff like that. Of course, she got the stuff, the DVs and stuff like that. But in the sense of her testimony, it made it seem like she enjoyed these freak offs. She actually, and this is so fucked up in a sense, that she called her now husband while they were after she was just having relations with Diddy and just talking to him and stuff like that. Like, shit was fine. FaceTimed him. Now, again, victims are victims. We'll never shit on the
repeat that, clarify that.
Diddy was bashing but fucking her, right? And then after that, it was a FaceTime call. Her husband FaceTime called.
Was she married to the dude?
Yes,
they were dating. They were dealing.
They were married.
Oh yeah, what?
And then it was dealing.
So she had to admit to. So she
they together already, bro.
They weren't married.
They were admitted on the stand,
bro,
that she had sexual relations after her and Diddy split. And she was in a relationship with her current husband.
Bro, when she was with Cudi, when she was with Kid Cudi, this is why I said what I said, bro. I feel more bad about the fucking husband than anybody else, bro.
No, he left. No. They made him leave day one. They made him leave day one.
Oh, that was the worst
one?
He
left day one.
Yeah.
Day 2, day 3, he was there.
Yeah, he came back.
And he read the text. Read the text. So first and foremost,
damn, my God.
Shorty was saying, what is it? She's, there's a part of her that she still loves or miss him or whatever. She's talking about Diddy and whatnot. There's ample amount of time where there was text messages that was been going back and forth, and she was like, I'm ready for the freak offs, like literally. And this freak offs happen every fucking weekend for years. I remind you. On top of that too, bro, when she was dating with Kid Cudi, she was still messing with Diddy. Now she's dating I guess now her husband or whatever. I don't know how many kids they had. I think 2 kids or whatever.
On the way to having a third.
All right, cool.
She's
pregnant right now, 8 months.
Crazy for her to even be on the stand. She's pregnant, bro, because of the amount of stress.
Let me just read what was in court, because I don't want us to be biased and stuff like that. But pretty much, she went to Diddy house for closure. They had closure sex, whatever the case may be. She said that Diddy just from the transcripts. I don't want to read
it off. I'm
reading it off.
That's why I said what I said, bro. I just want to throw it out.
Pretty much,
get the mic on.
Pretty much what happened. The prosecutor asked what happened. He said Sean came to my house, R-word me on my living room floor. His eyes was black, and he was just taking something from me. They asked, "Did you cry?" She said, "Yes." He continued, and he finished inside of me, and then he got up and left. Then they asked her, "Did you have sex with him again?" "Yes, voluntarily." We had a good night. I went back to his house.
This is shit I'm talking about.
Can you explain why? They asked,
let him finish.
Hold on. She said, "Can you explain why you did that after he R-worded you? We've been together 10 years, ... They asked, "So who were you with at that time?" "I was with my then now husband." "You FaceTimed him?" "Oh, I talked to him right after while I was still laying in bed with Diddy."
Oh, that girl's just...
So, hold on, guys, because I don't want us to get construed and canceled and all this other stuff.
I'm HR, so I'm really listening to what you say now.
What I'm trying to say is this. I understand what the prosecution is doing. They're trying to paint Diddy as this manipulative, powerful guy that just made her do
and she
all
was
these
an angelic figure. Okay.
Exactly. She was young. He met her, I think they said like almost
19, yeah,
19 and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
she stole from Ryan Leslie.
Right.
Well,
What-
yeah.
Yeah.
Ryan Leslie
Let him
introduced.
Ryan Leslie introduced her.
Yeah, to Diddy.
him. What kills me, and then this I'm talking directly to my homegirl that sent me the information about the legal process in this. What kills me is that the fact that they're parading witnesses up there like Cassie to paint him as this. And again, I who am I to judge? I'm not God. I can't judge nobody. My thing is, we have to separate, and this is a bigger conversation we have to have eventually. We have to separate victim from person that may have been a willing participant. You get what I'm saying? Now, the victim part, the DV stuff, that's documented. Like, again, that's seen.
Yeah, she's a victim of DV for sure.
DV. But when it comes to the actual
Trafficking.
the freak offs and stuff like that, she was a willing participant. She
She might
said,
be capo.
she said, and I quote, she said to one of the male escorts, "Hey, I will kill you if you don't delete that video." And the escort said she was a willing participant in it. Now, granted, she got all the UTIs and all the infections and stuff from that, which is crazy work to me. But again, we have to separate in the essence of trafficking, sex trafficking, racketeering, the victim from accomplice. Not saying she was accomplice. I don't know. That didn't come out, and then I'm not going to say she helped get women or men to P. Diddy fed him that. But in the sense of how they're trying to portray her, we got to have a serious conversation. We have to have a real conversation about what genuinely happened.
Well, I know
And we weren't there, so we don't know what genuinely
we
happened.
don't, man. But there's again, this is going back to like text messages, or because she did admit it to like she was having what is it, drug issues and stuff. Even Diddy tried to help her out, like yo. And what I mean by that, I mean he reached out to like her side of the family, her friends or whatever, like yo, like because she almost OD'd. Because I think he ended up ODing too.
He OD'd at a Playboy Mansion party.
Yeah, so yeah, bro, it's kind of fucking wild to go through all these situations, but like, cause I ain't gonna cause you talked about this before, whatever, not to this extreme though, but before that, like it was sad.
We were labeled as blaming victims. We were victim blaming.
Yeah, sure.
We were definitely victim blaming.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
And I ain't gonna hold you. Dave Chappelle, one of the goats, one of the people I kind of I look up to him. He was saying he's been labeled that too, because he victim blames. He goes, well, what was funniest shit on this special? I didn't mean to cut you off. When the Chris Brown and Rihanna thing went on, happened, and he said the thing happened. Everybody was blaming Chris. Well, he said, well, what did she say to him?
D-Ray Davis has a great joke
Yeah.
like that too. He's like,
What happened?
She say in that car.
He said, yeah, like you can. D-Ray said that you can't dance, and then he said Chris Brown probably got up and wilded out on him. But go ahead, son.
But fuck it, yeah. But that's why I was going back to when I said, yo, I don't feel bad about what occurred, because she had ample amount of time to like legit like leave from the situation, just remove herself and whatnot. And on top of that too, I think Diddy kind of confessed to her in a sense, like, or overheard him say that she's still in love with was it Kim Porter
At her memorial,
right? And that broke her. And it's wild for like all the things that you're going through.
That broke you. Him saying he loved his ex-wife that gave life to his kids, compared to all the DVs and all that stuff that happened to you. But one thing I want to ask, and I want to ask the guy right here to my right.
Damn, I mean, honestly, y'all dropped some bombs, bro. I had no idea.
And that's crazy, because I wanted to ask you a question on the legal side of it. And you know what? That's dude's new name. Dude was our legal analyst. Dude's gonna be our legal analyst.
Spread media / legal analyst dude.
I want to ask dude, in a sense of like everything that popped off and stuff like that. Do you think that I want to frame this question right, because I don't want to come off as an asshole, but it's going to come off the wrong way. Do you think it was Diddy's responsibility to kind of get her out of that, in a sense of like, I know what I'm doing, but she keeps coming back?
Well, get her out of what?
That's not a legal question. That's a responsible partner question. That's like,
I'm trying to frame it the way where it doesn't.
Get her out of what?
Like
love?
No, like that freak off mentality.
I mean, well, from what I know, well, I guess I'm under the impression that I guess Diddy wanted it way more than her. That I guess she didn't really want the freak off too much, and that I guess she was only doing the freak off to please him.
Right.
So I guess as far as her testimony goes, that's what it is. And the only thing he pretty much did help her with was I guess the cocaine thing, the drugs,
and the fame thing.
But
how he helped her with the fame?
She had a bunch of songs and didn't release no music.
Yeah, you gotta remember so this is like a good timeline in a sense, right? She started dating Ryan Leslie, right? That's so no Diddy at the point yet, right? And then Ryan Leslie was like, "Yo, I got somebody. He could make you, a better whatever individual artist." That's when Diddy came along. So she cheated on Ryan Leslie with Diddy, and then after that, Diddy introduced her to Kid Cudi to work with. Cheated on Diddy with Kid Cudi. That's the whole situation. Supposedly, his car exploded or some shit like that. And then after that, Diddy introduced her to his now husband, which is at the time I think he was the trainer.
Personal trainer.
Yeah,
and then now.
So we also forget the fact that he also introduced her to Chris Brown, to write with Chris Brown, and they assumed that they went on dates and stuff like that. You know what? I asked the question wrong. What I wanted to ask was, it just popped in my mind. From the fact that from week one, because this is going to be a long trial, do you feel like are they presenting it in a good way to be racketeering, sex trafficking, or are they presenting is this being presented as a DV case? Because a lot of people are saying this is coming off as a DV case.
From the surface, it's looking like a DV case, but you can't really tell what those prosecutors are trying to line up. Like this could just be a big gumbo. Okay. I mean, if they're really good prosecutors, that's how you work it. Yeah. Right now, you just throw on a little bit of spice, a little bit of here and there, and right now it just looks like, oh man, y'all just trying to get him for DV, but we don't know who the other witnesses are going to be, honestly, and that could make everything full circle.
Right.
If those prosecutors are working like that, I don't want to just give them all of this, like just believe that they're just great prosecutors.
Right.
But if they're smart, that's how they would do it. But right now, it's looking like just a simple DV case, and they're trying to be overzealous and hit them with the racketeering.
See, the problem with interviewing people's emotional romantic partners, their former romantic partners, is you got to separate. Diddy is not on trial for being a bad partner to Cassie.
Right.
In all this. That's what the social media does not understand.
And that's also what the lawsuits that he settled with her, the $10 million lawsuits and things like that. Settled with him.
He is not on trial for being a bad boyfriend. That's on record. We got that.
That's basically that's exactly what they showed. Because they asked though too. Because again, going back to the drug situation, whatever, Diddy never gave her. Diddy wasn't the supplier. Long story short.
Yeah, he didn't hook her on drugs.
Right.
That's not something she even alleged.
Right. So they did ask her like, where did she get these drugs from? And they asked her, was it Diddy? I think she said yeah, but then like I think I got caught up. I could be wrong, but long story short, Diddy wasn't the person that actually was the one.
But if you don't think she enjoyed any benefit, Young Miami said it, like it's different dating a billionaire. Like
yeah,
it is.
And let's not before this. Even when this shit was first coming out, there was always these whisperings like, she's not 100% innocent of being a great partner either. Like,
nah, bro. Listen,
like
Cassie, you know what?
She knocked two niggas off.
We done listed off the two niggas that she cheated off.
Cassie wasn't like, it wasn't even that. It's like Cassie, like she was mean to other girls. Like Cassie wasn't perfect in this time period. This is her being painted as an angel is a little bit of a stretch.
I say it to this right again. Like I said before, I don't feel bad for her. I do feel bad for the situation she's been through or whatever. Because I'm over here thinking about like, yo, if you coked up or you on some shit, your whole demeanor is gonna change. You're not gonna be yourself. You're gonna be something completely different, man. So you're gonna bug out a lot of fucking times. And I'm always thinking about this shit. I'm like, yo, some of the things that she was saying and fucking feeling, I don't think she was in her right mind, bro. Not to give her any reason to act the way she did, but like, cause nobody was there. We don't know exactly what happened or where thought of mine was, but yeah, man, it's unfortunate, but yo, to paint the picture like she had nothing to do with anything, that's kind of wild.
And I really do hate that they use age as the reason on top of that,
right?
Because that's crazy. 19, bro. I remember when I was 19, I thought I was like one of the smartest niggas in the world. And before I turned 19, I thought like, but I seen somebody else who was 19 and he act like he was the smartest man in the world. But it's not until you turn like our age, you realize like, no, I was a fucking child.
Right.
I was dumb as shit. Mm-hmm. But in that moment, I feel like I'm grown. I'm gonna walk.
I feel
around
I made the best decision for that time frame. Right.
I'm a year past 18. No one can tell me shit. That's how you feel like when you're 19.
And
you
low
feel like
key,
you're wise when you're really dumb.
And low key, after 18, once you turn 18. You know, to me, I would feel like I know all the consequences of my actions.
Exactly. You feel like you're wise. Yeah. And on top of that, she was in NYC by herself around that age. Like, do you understand what type of vulture you have to be? How
she
strong
got
you
famous
need to be?
too early. If we talking about anything,
yeah.
Well, I think that happens.
It was how she get in those rooms with.
Listen,
you get in a room with Diddy at 19, you probably would do some of that shit.
The only person,
it's crazy.
Not me, but that's other people.
The only person that survived that shit didn't go crazy yet is Usher, bro. I think that's the only person, bro. Usher, Justin Bieber lost his fucking mind.
Usher had a little.
Bieber did lose his mind.
No. Usher,
I think it's running out saying Bieber lost his mind.
Yeah, man. I think
it's running out.
But it's hard.
But only reason I'm saying that because they're saying Bieber is in the cult.
But Bieber.
It's hard in general
they said,
to be that young
and
with
this
that
is the
much
media
money.
the media keeps saying all type of shit about Bieber, but we don't know about Bieber doing anything really fucked up.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just depression and shit he be saying though. That's all it is. Or like he always constantly talking about.
He just looks sad and
man.
He looks super sad.
The funny
and I was like, oh man, he's gonna fuck
It's hard to be that young and that famous.
How many times have we seen? We haven't seen Bieber, right? And then there was a period of time we didn't see Bieber, and then people pop out with tattoos and shit like that, and you'd be like, where the fuck Bieber was at? He's just going around the world getting tatted.
But the fact that it's
Right.
hard to have
but Lil Bow Wow
anonymity
did the
that
same
is
thing,
hard.
and nobody gave a fuck.
You said who?
Lil Bow Wow. I'm sorry for cutting you off.
good?
Lil Bow Wow did the same exact thing, and no one gave a fuck. Lil Bow Wow was a child star doing the same exact thing as Justin Bieber. He disappeared, came back with Cash Money with some tattoos and braids.
This is true.
That's true.
Facts.
And now I'm thinking, why is that?
But it's hard not to cut you off. But it's hard being that young and that famous, bro. Bow Wow was fucking grown women at like 11, 12.
And the bad part, he couldn't touch his money because he had a guardianship, so he couldn't touch his money to a certain age.
Did he turn 18?
Yeah.
You know what it is? I'm thinking about this shit. I think the reason why, because like Bow Wow, a young kid rapping stuff, it was humming Little Romeo and shit, and
that was his only beef.
Yeah, but like after that, like it kind of like, I guess it just vanished, bro. Like I
That's
think
what happened with
his shit
happens to a lot of
declined.
child stars, bro.
So when he declined, he kind of faded away. So like we really didn't care much until he came back. Tattoos, like you said, with braids and shit, and they be like, "What
Came back with Cash Money."
Yeah, it's like
that was the most random collab of all time.
What is Birdman doing in this?
Yeah,
Batman had. I said,
was he with Young Money for a quick hot second? Right?
Yeah.
You can't, but not even
The third time he
Bow
came back.
Wow had a little late stage run where he came back as like teen Bow Wow, and he had a couple movies.
Yeah,
He was doing a couple.
Yeah, he jumped into Like Mike and all that extra shit.
No, I'm not talking about
Lottery
Like Mike.
ticket.
Still in the first era.
lottery ticket.
Lottery
I'm
ticket.
talking about
Roll bounce.
That was Shad Moss. That was Shad.
So you know what? That's true. So he kind of did spin away from the music industry for a bit, and he dived into.
But you gotta think, a lot of these young actors and actresses go crazy. Coco Chanel was talking about. She like, yo, I couldn't get work for 10 years before Fresh Prince. She went from being a Disney kid to being nobody.
Who Coco Chanel?
She played Hillary on Fresh Prince now.
No, Coco Jones.
Coco Jones.
Coco Jones.
I'm gonna say, I know Coco Chanel from the radio. WPLS. I like saying she was acting.
Well, if you get honest, well, I'm not
DJ Coco Chanel.
I don't really give a fuck what her maiden name is because it should be Coco Williams. But
Coco Jones was on that.
It's gonna be Coco Williams. Don't even worry about that. But still, like, the problem is like these young actors, like they fall in and out of like being in the public eye. Like if Justin Bieber gone for 2 months, he might be living. He might need that for like his fucking mental sanity. Shit, we go through shit and we fucking got regular jobs and shit. So I can guess how much it'd be like when cameras in your face all day for that you don't want.
I felt the same way with no cameras in my face. I felt like I needed a break.
So you gotta give people grace in their time where they want to give a little time to themselves.
Yeah, man, that happens a lot with especially with artists and stuff. Like if they don't have the right inspiration or they mind somewhere else, they'd be like, nah, bro, I'm
not feeling it.
Yeah, I'm not. I think I was just listening to an interview with Doechii, and she was talking about
you love Doechii, bro.
He do.
Doechie's a dope rapper, bro. I'll give I'll give
Doechii
it
tough,
for sure. But she said something where she was like, yo, like there's days like I need to disconnect. It might be a day, maybe 2 days, might be 2 hours, but when I disconnect, I'm leaving my phone on do not disturb for a day or two, and I'm gonna have my own time. Which I really think people do need that shit, because you gotta think about it, bro. Everything is like this, bro. Non-stop emails, text messages, yo, you gotta respond to your PR, you gotta talk to your agent. There's a lot of people you constantly have to like keep in communication with, bro.
And that's where a lot of
making this shit go.
And you know where a lot of people fuck up? They try to delegate people to do that for them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yo, you talk to this person. You know, I'm hiring you. You my boy. I'm hiring you to talk to that person.
Over, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how you use your bread.
But talking about victim shaming. Well, we talked about before because we were.
It's all about Meg the fucking Stallion.
Because we were questioning.
Sabi on one right now. Sabi is on one right now.
Yo, y'all did a trade. Y'all Freaky Friday. What's going on?
Don't ever say free Tory, bro.
Sabi is on one today.
Dude, like look at dude like a hat pop.
Listen, man.
Sabi is on one, bro.
The problem with this is, and this is hard for
everybody knew what it was, bro. Nobody want to say nothing. It's cool.
Hard because
take the wheel, Sabi. Go ahead, Sabi. Take the wheel, Sabi.
Let my boy finish.
Anytime something happens to a woman and you cross-examine that, you just want to know the backstory of it. It's easy for it to be taken like, oh, you don't believe her? You don't? No, I just want to know the fucking explanation.
You blame her.
It's like you're bashing the girl, but like men lie, women lie, children lie. What's up?
Number don't.
You get stabbed 14 times.
God damn it.
That's easily misconstrued as victim bashing. It's not I'm against her for. If she said this happened, I want to know what the fuck. Like when there's a fire, fucking firemen don't just go, oh shit, it's a fire. I guess it happened.
Well, it's done. Well, let's go home, fellas.
They go put it out. Let's go.
Put it out. Let's go home.
They cross-examine like, oh, there's an oily fucking rag. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how did
somebody put a cigarette out and then put it all the way out?
For us not to do that with everything is like, all right, women, come on.
Since Sabi brought it up though, to say free Tory, we gotta talk about what happened with Tory.
Long story short, my man almost died. For somebody lying on him in the sense.
For real.
Bro.
Stop, give the facts, please. Let's not.
That's a fact.
That did happen.
Let's get the facts of what happened to Tory. Tory got stabbed 14 times, right?
A couple back, torso, on the head.
Yes.
Very fucking close.
By some Mexican, no disrespect, by some Mexican that fucking was facing life in prison for double murders. And
right.
You know why, right?
So it's a conspiracy about that shit.
Nah, the dude did he murdered a
he killed his girlfriend daughter.
He was molesting.
Yeah. But that has nothing to do with
it is.
Has nothing to do with where Sabi's going.
I know what is going good. Yeah, go ahead, Sabi.
Yeah, man.
I know you're about to say.
Long story short, so I guess Meg the Stallion team and legal team and even I believe Tory Lane's father spoke upon it. Bro, man, never shot her. It wasn't him.
We know.
It was Shorty, her best friend at the time,
Kelsey.
Yeah, she ended up shooting her. And it's fucking wild because like if you look outside looking in, bro, I respect Tory so much now, bro, because he took it. He fucking like, you know what? I'm gonna take it due to the fact that it's a what's her name again? Kelsey.
And she got a baby, and he
right. So Kelsey he was like, you know what? I'm not about to take this mother away from a child. Wow. Respect that shit, and the other one as well. He was like, all right, cool, but at the same time, when they went through this fucking courtroom system and shit, that like I said, though, there was no gun residue on that man's hands.
But he had the gun on him.
Had no fingerprints on him, bro. There was nothing.
They still to this day don't know who fingerprints was on that.
Yeah, like I said, but the gun was.
But I think here's my thing. I think they know who fingerprints was on it, but that person has immunity.
Well, immunity. Yeah,
you can't. Yeah.
So I mean, listen, bro. If we spoke about this shit before, man. Somebody told him about immunity. You know, that's the person that did it, bro.
It's done.
It's a dub.
That's what it is, bro. Like, yo, I'll be here. Just don't blame me for this shit, bro. That's it. I have nothing to do with that.
Self-incriminating shit.
Yeah, but it's bothering some though, man, to say that you put a person in jail, and he almost about to lose his fucking life. Cause God forbid, I'm glad that because he was in critical condition. He's better now.
He's on a breathing thing,
but right, but
because his lung collapsed.
Bro,
two lungs collapsed.
Bro, God forbid though, if that man were to die, like legit, how would this story would have been like? How would this shit turn out?
I'm gonna get my chip tape.
God forbid that man died, and then the next day they come out and have a press conference and say, "Oh yeah, by the way." His bodyguard, we talked to Kelsey's bodyguard, and Kelsey's bodyguard said that she pulled the trigger.
Yeah, the next day he released that.
Man,
Meg Thee Stallion would have gone through it, just like she going through it now.
No, he did say that. The security guard.
Yeah, he did a press conference.
He's like, yo, shorty shot.
Yeah.
I know that, but I'm saying Meg Thee Stallion going through it.
The problem in Cali, he had the gun on him when the police got him. That's the main reason.
That's the legal jargon, the letter of the law, where he had the gun on him,
and he a felon too.
They didn't charge, even though it was tied in. They didn't charge him for shoemaking. No, they charged for the gun.
The gun.
And that's where, again, my people's out that watch this, that send me the legal jargon, because you know I was going to go on this little tangent about this bullshit. Say, Tory didn't get charged for the shooting. He got charged for having the gun.
And it was a felon.
And it was a felon.
Felon with a gun.
Again, let's
I had no idea he went to jail before. He's a felon. I didn't know he was a felon.
Oh, yeah, he had priors.
He had priors to that.
And
remember he got in a fight with the fights. Remember he got a fight with the people in like 2020 with the bottles and shit.
Yeah,
that's because of that.
And then also he's an illegal.
Oh, he was at that party with Chris Brown. You talking about?
No,
the different one.
This is a different.
That was way before that.
Yeah, this was like another. This was like another.
Yeah.
Before this is 2019.
Yeah, 2019, 1918.
Yeah, he had like some legal shit, and he was like on probation.
He on probation.
But he's an illegal. He's not technically.
No, he could work here, but
he was on a visa.
Visa,
right? But that's what they say. Once he get released from
the league, he reported that time, but it was just here on the work.
On the work visa.
Music. Okay.
It was a couple.
Yeah. So he was deported.
No, he was deported.
He's in jail in California.
When he gets released,
I understand.
He about to before the first time.
Yeah.
Nah, he was still good. Given probation. Because
he had provisions, and he had provisions, and he had a legal visa at the time.
That kind of almost happened to Justin Bieber in a sense. Yeah, he's Canadian as well.
It expired. It coincidentally expired the year before.
Wait, what crime did Justin Bieber commit?
No, he didn't commit a crime though, but it was like paperwork jammed up or whatever. And actually, I think he had a DUI or some shit afterwards. So yeah, he did some shit there.
But I'm here to say this: since we just lean into this victim blaming. At the end of the day, dog, Meg. And I'm gonna always continue to hark back to this. Meg always say, I'm not Meg. Women always say we protect the black men. Black men don't protect us. The proof is in the pudding. Like he literally took the charge for her.
And the irony was that was Meg's reason as to why she didn't snitch on him the first time, because she wanted to protect black men.
But then it's like, all of a sudden, something came up and said, "No, he shot me."
Yeah, then why you said it later?
And then, mind you're taking up for your girl that you fucked over because you was fucking her nigga.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I'm thinking about this shit. Like, what was the best situation for her to do? Like, I'm thinking about this shit.
The best situation, she was drunk, so fuck it.
What was the best situation?
Not do anything.
Not do a press conference with Gail say fucking game.
She was fucked either way. Now I'm thinking about it. She got shot. And then she said, "Yo, somebody shot in the car, out the car, or some shit." Like
her best situation was to tell the truth.
Yeah, Kelsey shot me.
Kelsey had a gun. The shots went off.
I guess Meg was probably just thinking about the end result, because really, like, what's her name? Kelsey. Kelsey's story would have been fucked up if it would have ended in her just in prison.
Right.
Like Meg was fucking with her, I guess, celebrity boo behind her back.
Meg's celebrity would have went crazy. Nobody would have want to work with her no more.
No.
I think it's
a lot of people want to fuck with her though.
I think it's worse now.
Like legit.
It's a lot worse now. I'm talking about Kelsey's story. Period. Just as a friend.
Yeah.
If I'm Kelsey's friend, I gave this girl money. I put her around these famous people. and now she got the hots for one of these famous people, and then I just dealt with this guy behind her back, and now she's all mad or whatever, and as a woman, I guess I understand.
I'm a fucked up individual.
Yeah, I feel guilty, and because I did that pretty much. But I'm just gonna blame it on Tory because he's a man. So we always get away with that girl. We can just say, the man he fucked up, even though I'm the woman. I'm the one that can say no. And it's crazy to me, but
you know what bothers me the most though, because so for Megan, she has a motor behind her, a big industry, which is Rock Nation. And what's trippy is I feel like
they need that money back.
They're gonna try to sink.
We talk about that.
Tory Lanez shits legit. When he comes out, I mean he's in jail. He dropped the album in jail,
which was crazy.
And Apple was like, bro, we're not about to sponsor your shit. Like it was never on a top 5, top 10. Yeah. Usually
you had to put particular wording to find his album.
Which is
still crazy. And
it still went crazy.
But for Spotify, it was there for me.
No, Spotify was cool. I'm talking about
Apple Music, but it's once he gets out, or if because I know they're doing a petition right now, and shout out to everybody that's on
Drake
there.
Putting a petition up.
Yeah, so
he didn't put it up. Tory team put it up.
Yeah,
no, but
Drake signed it.
No, Drake put it on his.
He
story.
Reposted it.
He put his story on. Even Kanye did that shit.
Yeah,
crazy.
And guess who else did it? Chris Brown said free Tory, and now he locked up in the UK.
But Chris Brown did some bullshit.
Yeah, he did. But go ahead.
But it just bothers me because I know when he gets out of jail, bro, and he's gonna go back to Canada or whatnot.
No, he can't come back here for 10 years.
I ain't gonna lie. It's like damn, it was a Jamaican dude. I forgot his name. I think he was banned from the US, or was it somebody?
You want Slick Rick?
Yes, Slick Rick.
Slick Rick the ruler.
Oh, you talking about Vado? I mean, not
Vibes.
Vibes.
Yeah,
that's what. Yeah.
No, he just got out of prison.
But he did time.
No, he did his time before he got back in.
He got back in.
But he did his time in Jamaica, so it didn't really
matter over here.
But there are some rappers that are banned from different states or countries and shit though.
Yeah.
So
shit,
I mean 5 or 10 years ain't shit.
Drake got Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane wasn't allowed to leave the US. Drake got him into Canada.
There you go, yeah.
So it's a matter about if the people want him. If the people want Tory Lanez to be in a concert over here, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, if it's a demand, of course.
Yeah,
I just feel like harking over the point that the fact that for for women to say that men don't protect their women is crazy. Yeah, because in a sense, again, everybody want to talk about the particulars. Oh, he did this, she did this, blah 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 blah. At the end of the day, that man, and we all know, we just don't want to say it. He went to jail for somebody that really did the crime. Mm-hmm. And I'll be the person in this podcast, back me up, fellas. We'll be the podcast that say that, you know what? He went to jail because he took the crime.
He took crime from him.
He took that out.
Yeah.
And the fact that, again, we victim blaming here because that's just how this episode went. The fact that Meg is sticking to her story.
Let her stick to her story.
And the fact that the machine, like you said, is behind her, knowing the story. Because I know everybody knows the story.
You gotta let her stick to her story. She can't change her story.
You want to talk about the real of the situation?
You can go ahead, dog.
The real situation is...
I think stand up.
The same. Oh, yeah, I had to. The real situation is... This is a sort of a... And I love Jay-Z, but this is sort of a Jay-Z thing. Jay-Z is not going... You know how into Meg Thee Stallion is into Jay-Z right now? She owes him money, so
yeah,
there's a reason why you see Megan Thee Stallion
everywhere.
All of a sudden, she's posting crazy, got her body.
She got a summer line coming out too.
Hov trying to make his money back.
Yep, plus interest.
Yeah, with interest. Hov is a businessman, not in a business, man.
When all this Tory Lanez shit comes out, it's like, damn, this is
gonna fuck up my business.
Making this girl look bad. I can't let his album. I can't let his album go too crazy. Let me block that. I can't. You know, like it's not like he's not.
You're absolutely right, and you can see it all day.
And I love Jay-Z. But
just by the way,
chestnut checkers with this shit.
Just by the way, how we see fucking Meg's face plastered everywhere unnecessarily. It was like, yo, dog, what is she doing here?
Dog, she was throwing out pitches at MLB games.
Yeah,
that bitch don't know nothing about sports.
She was working on fucking Kamala Harris.
Shit. It's like, yo, dog.
And
she was everywhere.
Music. She
and he picked her back.
It wasn't.
Hold on, talk about how do you book a presidential run
To shake your ass.
to shake your
Hey,
ass?
she needs a black woman.
Shaking her ass for fucking
Home said, "Oh, you free?
We need you.
You free on the Tuesday at 7?
We need
Go
you.
ahead.
And
Shake that ass on 7.
bro.
Go ahead, shake your ass on 7 and 9.
Every endorsement possible so he could get that money back.
Yup.
Yeah, bro.
I need my money back plus interest.
And it hasn't been the music that she's been.
Music
Music has been mid.
Yeah.
It's been everything else.
And
Really?
I was the person that actually thought she had a little bit of talent, like going into it.
She did, but
she
shit went left.
She got more endorsements than songs, I feel like.
It
did.
is. Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
she's very quickly becoming in the Cardi B lane, where she's making money from
She's
from her stuff.
been in that Cardi B lane. I just feel like Cardi B is a little more exceeded her because Cardi B music is better than Meg's.
And she in a
I
high, and Cardi B in a
don't know
high
about
faction.
Yeah.
I think
And
Cardi was more.
And Cardi B is in the right market.
See,
Cardi B's in New York.
Yeah, New York.
Meg
And
was more of a rapper than Cardi B for
Yeah,
sure.
yes,
Right.
yes, yes,
So
yes.
Cardi B played the
Game
the industry better.
better, yes.
No, she's she's
Yeah, she
more
progressed in the
likable.
industry.
She's more exactly.
She is, yeah.
And honestly,
She more real.
this Tory Lane shit really did put a black eye on her career, even though
She was the
she's
victim.
a victim.
Yeah.
Because
And how big of a victim to what scale we have to? That's what we still.
That's gonna take time.
You
we
never
never
know.
know because
Because she was not perfectly innocent before this. She was going through things.
She was lying, man.
She was a hoe.
They
Oh, my
called her
bad.
out a
Shit.
couple of times.
She
on
was
her
going
lies.
through things
Bro.
off the camera to be respectful. Like she was getting drunk.
Dog,
wait, let me say
you
for
lied, you lied to Oprah and then in court you
Nah,
admit
gay,
you lied to
gay,
Oprah.
She lied to Gail. It's different.
Gail,
I know.
Gail.
You know
She
that.
lied to
Gail, I'm
Gail.
sorry.
I'm
not-
only calling a victim when it comes to being shot at.
Yes.
Yes.
So when it comes to that,
But as far, but
Yeah.
she
And
was-
let's call it
if
straight-
She was dancing 3 days later. So
I'm about to say that. I'm about to say let's call
I
it.
said shot at.
Let's call it spade a spade. Like you got shot, quiet for a minute, then you pop out and you're twerking.
You got shot at.
But my point is, why she went to Gabe King, lie, then go to court and tell the truth? You might as well just don't go to
Exactly.
Gabe
You had
King.
to-
she would have
She would've had to-
not saying
Dog, she didn't have to go to Gabe King.
platform.
I ain't gonna hold you, George. That looked like that had Rock Nation written
Yes, but
all over it.
Then why you go to court and tell the truth? Ain't gonna fuck
Because you're under oath and your ass will go to jail.
No, it looks. I don't think Jay approved of that. I'm not going.
Hove approved of the Gayle King.
Yes.
He approved
had
for her
to.
to go on there, but the shit she said, she have to stuff up because how you gonna say I don't know what relations are? You went to college, A. B. You have to go on stage. What was it? Trial months later, and then say. Now I've had sex with this man.
Yeah.
Like it got really bad for you really fast.
And that's why Hove and them tried to get in front of that. Go do the Gayle King. Give us this
The Gabe King
sympathetic
was first.
stuff.
The Gabe King was first.
That's what I'm saying.
But I don't
Put it out there. Hey, I'm just a sympathetic person that, you know what? I was manipulated. Guess what, mama? And of course, all these things didn't happen with her mom, but people passing in her life.
But she didn't sell it as well as you would have thought. Like
No, absolutely not.
yeah, it didn't go.
Absolutely
It
not.
didn't
And
go
she went to
that
Gail
way.
King tell him, yes, I did this and this and this. Then you're the court. We believe you. You just lied up.
Years.
Do that at the end of the day. Salvi's on one. Free Tory.
You know, if Meg really just would have told the truth, that would have helped her career.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yes.
She would have felt fucked up as
Vision,
a friend,
yes.
but it would have helped her career.
She put her career before her loyalty.
She never had loyalty.
I'm not even
She
sure
put
that
loyalty
one.
before her career.
She ain't had loyalty.
Nah,
Yeah,
she
if-
put
if
no.
to be
She put,
honest.
reason I say she put
loyal
her,
to Kelsey.
no no. She put her career before her loyalty because at the end of the day, I'm sorry. Maybe again, I haven't drank in a long time, so maybe the liquor talk. I think she know who did it. I think
Yeah, she know who did it.
She knows
So
exactly
that's
what
why
she did.
she was present. So that's why
She's lying for her.
that's why she's sticking to the story that Tory did it, and that's why I say she's putting her career ahead of it.
I'll tell you what
over
she
her
did.
loyalty, because her loyalty to me would have been to Tory, because Tory was the one that saved that, I won't call it bitch, but saved that girl from the road that she was going down.
5 to 10.
He was just knocking down every celebrity. Tory actually liked that girl.
But her friend Kelsey, who actually shot at her, and she lied and said she didn't shoot at her. That's real loyalty.
Here's what Meg really
If
did
best
wrong.
friend- if my best friend shoot at me, I'm snitching. I'm like,
Oh yeah, you're right. I looked at it.
Damn,
this
damn,
time.
damn, don't you do.
Here's-
die.
Here's what she did. She did. She basically chose her fandom of black women over her loyalty over black men. Because if she tells people that,
God, that
if
boy
he
was
tells
good.
people that
I
she
like
has,
that. Hold on, you gotta run that.
Yeah,
back
run that
again.
shit one more
She
time.
gotta run that
chose
back
her
again.
fandom of with the black women over her loyalty for black men.
And black men
You know
don't
what she
protect their
did?
women.
And black women,
She's
exactly.
had a huge following with black women. What looks worse? I fucked over my best friend my sister, my homegirl, and I fucked with her celebrity boo, and then I got her sent to jail. That means you're not a good sister. That means you violated sisterhood. That means you no longer are the girl that girls want to be. So all that She-Hulk appearances, all that girl we love you shit that Cardi got a lot of that love too.
Right.
That no longer applies to you because you're not a good sister.
Damn. That's
Wait. Do you think women would look at it like that?
Yes. I think so.
Bro,
I don't believe
I
so.
think the only thing that hurts her more than that is that Tory is so loved by black women.
Yeah.
You know how many black women did not stop listening to Tory based off of this shit?
And now that they heard what happened,
honestly, I feel like black women love the celebrity. Period. So
you think they would have backed her regardless?
because she's a celebrity. They don't give a fuck about regular people. Like, that's how I feel like personally. Because
But in this type of situation, you gotta pick. In this type of situation, you gotta pick though, dude.
Yeah, if it's women
women are gonna pick
women versus
Beyonce.
women, yeah.
Women are gonna pick if we know that Beyonce fucked some regular woman over, some
Beyonce
fan or
first.
whatever. Everybody's gonna say yo, Beyonce's that bitch. Beehive up, fuck that chick. Which is why a lot of people have their own little fan base.
Yeah, fan club.
This is why Nicki Minaj have her
But the Beehive is
Beyonce shit.
is type of the fandom. There's
very
very
specific.
few bulletproof
It's very
fandoms.
specific, yeah.
Like Kanye has a certain type of following where Kanye can say whatever the fuck. He's still gonna have a certain type of
There's
following.
there's bulletproof
There
fandoms
are
where you
bulletproof
can't
fandoms that cannot fuck
the
with.
OVOs.
Beehive is the top one right now.
Yeah.
OVO's number 2.
I had to pick
Drake's
OVO's 2.
OVO crew
2.
is
Number 2.
number 2.
But there are a lot of fickle Drake fans that people
yeah.
that love Drake, but they won't admit they love Drake.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason. And this Kendrick should expose a lot of that. But the Beehive is like one that
Untouchable.
she can do whatever. She's still gonna be loved.
Yeah, I mean, so it all speak as to like how famous you are on a totem pole. Like
Right.
really, if you think about it, how famous you are, how much money you got, shows how dedicated your fans are. So Meg, she is somewhere in that tier. So she does have somewhat of that. I believe if she would have flipped on her friend, I just believe, I could be wrong. Meg she was gonna feel bad for her friend that she'd known, who she brought into this life, because Kelsey, no one knew her. Like she just gave her some money, said, "Oh, be my manager. You can hang around me and this and the
Be
third."
my videos. Be my
Exactly. So I'm your fucking gatekeeper when it comes to this life. So if you end up in prison because I introduced you to this life, I would feel fucked up as a person.
Yeah,
So
you can't
that's
do that.
why I do feel like Meg. That's the reason why she took that route. But if Meg would have just flipped on Kelsey, I believe everyone would just flipped on Kelsey. Like, yeah, fuck Kelsey. We don't know her. Like, they have no loyalty to these women. That's I feel like that's how most
friend groups operate.
not even just the
Celebrity.
what am I trying to say? Just the mob,
Oh, okay.
the people.
Yeah.
That's just how the mob works. When they rally behind they rally behind some famous person, they'll say fuck whatever person, even if that person done them wrong. Which is why even R. Kelly even getting bread today. Because like, yo, dog, he's accused of fucking with a 14-year-old originally. And he got off of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
He got away with the 14-year-old.
Public support, really.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, nobody believe it.
It was black women out there.
That's supporting.
Facts.
The Boondocks.
Exactly.
The Boondocks episode.
But when I say Meg really went with the sisterhood of it, she thought that she could get, and I would call it the shade room community, the popular black vote. She thought
The social media.
the engine of social media of specifically black and brown people. She thought she could get black girls, especially her fans, to say "fuck that nigga."
Yeah.
And
she
it
did.
did not-
And she did.
She did to a certain extent.
It was cancel culture. It was cancel culture to the umpteenth.
But Tory has so much love in the black girl. Black girls love listening to Tory Lanez.
Tory got so much
So he
love.
dropped so many good projects that it was
Fuck all that. Tory got so
that.
much love in the music in the industry that he's in that you can never not talk about Meg without mentioning Tory. To be honest,
Yeah.
To be
they're
honest,
always going to be linked.
Yeah,
if we be
just like
honest, he
Beyonce
was the-
and
he
Chris
was the
Brown.
longer
And you
running
could talk
show.
about Tory and say Oh shit, he did what he did to Meg? Oh, all right.
All right.
Tory music still resonates.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna
and
hold
he
you.
went for longer than Meg.
Right.
Yeah,
Tory
word.
popped a lot longer than before her.
Yo,
absolutely.
And he was making music for the women for a long time.
Right.
Word. I ain't gonna. If she would have took like the honest route, and
Yeah.
shit, I ain't gonna lie. Her career would have been done because you know how many rappers would have used her as a punch, like
They're doing it now.
or some shit.
Yeah.
Nah, not now, bro. I'm talking about like they will really be fully invested into like bringing
She
her.
would
to
be
that-
buried.
She what, bro?
Why was she?
I don't
Because you know
believe
how
that.
because if she would have told the truth, yo, my best friend shot me in a sense. You know how that's like, all right, first you snitched. You just snitched on top of that. That's your homegirl. You know, that's your best friend.
You wouldn't want to work with her.
And she ended up snitching on Tory.
Yeah, Tory. I don't think our audience
Yeah,
gives a fuck
yo,
about
but
this.
that goes back to like the whole female bonding shit, though, in a sense, like how you were just saying it. Like, all right, she took that route instead of protecting a young black man.
Would she get the women collabs?
Right, exactly. Which majority of the time, that's what she thrives off, woman collabs and stuff like that. So, like, if you look at it from the standpoint of her taking the route as she did, it makes more sense than to sit there and be like, I'm gonna be so fucking like honest with it. She would have got fucked, bro. And I don't think a lot of people would have generally worked with her in a sense. Granted, she was the one that got shot, but then at the same time, why would another rapper or singer work with somebody that they point the finger? Because snitching is still kind of a thing, sort of, kind of a little bit, not as much as it used to be. But it's still kind of a thing where you be like, I'm gonna just.
But flip it on his head, vice versa.
Right.
So now she's at this point, she snitched on Tory,
Right.
and now it turns out we get this new information that
We got the truth.
It wasn't him.
Right.
So
Wait,
now,
I knew it was him.
so now
But
she's even more untouchable
but
because
dude
A,
point-
you knew
but-
the truth, you snitched on the wrong person, and you lied about it.
But dude point is right though, because the simple fact that she, in a sense, protected her sister because they're not saying, well, I know she shot me, but you know what?
I'm not snitching.
I'm not snitching on her. I'm gonna just lie it away.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's fuck off the rip.
They fucked
Doesn't
all
really matter.
around.
But I feel like, cause I ain't gonna lie, to me, her candles is slightly burning out little by little, bro.
Oh yeah, her light is dimming for sure.
I feel like fucking if she would have took the other route, which I just mentioned, I think her kind of would have been blew out. This is like a slow burn for her right now, bro. That's all. That's how I'm looking at
She
it.
better hope it's
And that's only because Hove interception and Hove helped that out.
Yeah.
If she could.
Yeah.
If she
And now
was
she
her
paying
first-
tax.
if
Hov
she
is
was her
dragging this
first
shit
thought,
out.
she
He's
was-
now she paying tax.
trying to get all his money
He
out.
was just stopping the bleeding. He's like, he's blood over. Let's
Yeah.
stop
Put
the
a
bleeding.
little Band-Aid.
Yeah,
Crisis
and-
management is a real business, fellas.
Yup.
Yeah, so it was wild, bro.
Yo, before we get out of here, I actually had to change the nightcap because now that direction that we were going in for this episode, I'm gonna change it up. It was something that been sitting on me for a minute. So, rob me right quick. So, of course, we had some time off and stuff like that, and off camera, what I was telling Scott, telling all of y'all, I've been personally going through some shit. Not no crazy shit like, oh my god, some wild shit, but just some shit that I had to get out of my mind, chill out, whatever the case may be. But throughout that time, there were like instances where there were people that I fucked with, had events and stuff like that. Things that I kind of didn't want, like I could attend, but I kind of didn't want to attend. So what I did was I may have brought a ticket, may have said, all right, cool, I'll show up, but I brought a ticket or I brought a item or something from there. Like there was a pop-up. The situation pertains to a pop-up. So there was a pop-up that one of my homies was having, one of my homegirls was having. And I just brought a ticket to it. Couldn't go, whatever the case may be. Brought something from it. It was shots thrown indirectly or directly where it was said that I fuck with people that are there compared to them not being there. In the sense of like in that moment. And in my mind, I'm like, I feel like I'm still there for you. I'm still supporting you. Even though I wasn't physically there, I brought something that was there.
Right.
So I have a little discrepancy in my mind, and I just want to get y'all thought about it. That even though you may not be there physically, let's just say hypothetically we have a live show. We had a live show. There was a lot of people that weren't there, but there were people that sent theirs congratulations and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't sell merch, but people were like, yo, y'all got merch and stuff like that. If they were to brought merch, I would be fine with it. But there's people that be like, you know what? Even though you brought merch, even though you brought a ticket, I would rather you be there. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. I feel like being supportive is being supportive.
I get so cool.
I think some people want the emotional, the moral support.
Very interesting time, right?
Right, yeah. So so like for me, I say that support is support, bro. It doesn't matter how it's given. If a person is like, yo, I would rather feel your present than, from long distance. It is different. I get that aspect to a limitation and stuff. But like, if I didn't want to fuck with you at all, I wouldn't went out of my extra way to like buy something.
Right.
This is my money.
If I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you.
Right. And that's completely stamped on anything, bro. If I don't support what you say, who you are, or whatever, I'm just not. But if I do, if for some odd reason, people got shit to do in life or whatever, and like, granted, it is a big thing. Like, all right, listen, what you got? Like, if I can't make it, I'll be more than happy to support financially. There's different ways of supporting whatever.
Yeah.
But I do get it from a person be like, yo, I would rather have you like your present felt or whatnot. It is a little different though, but like you can't really shame the person for not showing up. They supported the way they needed to support. I think that's the most important thing than to be like, yo, bro, yeah, you brought a ticket or you brought some type of toy or pencil, whatever be the case. All right, cool, but now you need to be
there for my opening. I
think that's a little bit more of a selfish thing because that person did support you. Just because he didn't support you in your way doesn't mean that he didn't support you, he or she. So like, support is support, bro. I didn't know we could get into like different.
I didn't never know semantics.
I think support is support. Even a text message, man. Like a text message for doing something financial, showing up for a person. There are different ways of support, but support is support, And I get it. This is not to like whoever that person is or whatever. There's not like directly shot at them though, but it's just in a general aspect. If a person like, yo, you mind showing up? If you can't, cool. But if you're like, hey, yo, listen, man, like, I'll buy something, if I'm not going to be able to be there. Or, bro, I'll make sure, bro, emotional text or congratulations will do it. As long as you thinking about that person at that very moment and you try to reach out to them, I think that's a great form of support.
One thing I was trying to explain to this person was a lot of people don't understand the biggest thing that people don't have is time. And for somebody to take the time out their day to send a message, to do a phone call, to purchase something, to even post on social media, whether it be 30 seconds, 2 minutes, and stuff like that, you got to understand time is never given back to somebody.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
And I just wanted that person to understand. And again, they understood it once I explained it to them. But at the time, I was like, not why you don't fuck with me, but I was like, oh, the energy was a little crazy. And I'm just like, well, I mean, I'd show my support this way. I don't have to be there, but I understood now that you're a person that needs to have that physical form. All right, cool. And then I pose that question to that person. So if my physical form has to be the thing you need, what if I can't be there? Right. You're gonna be upset. Now you don't think I don't fuck with you?
Right.
Which is weird as fuck.
Yeah, man,
support, like you said, support is support.
Yeah.
I don't know the fucking we got 90 subscribers or whatever the case may be. I may know a couple of them, but they watch it.
Yeah,
there's episodes we got 300 something people watching. I know for a fact I don't know 300 fucking people.
Yup.
I mean, so what I would say, I guess for that person, I guess that could just be a way of them showing that they care about you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it really is just them being in their feelings. Because you showing support is showing support, period. I'm sure that's all they want, but they much rather your presence.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's just all it is. All right, but
I don't know, but dude, I just feel like
but to take it a step further and like throw a shot on IG, I mean, if you believe it is towards you, maybe it is, maybe it's not.
I do.
It could be over your head.
No, it could have.
Yeah, but if it is, it could just be a hit dog holler. Like it could just not be you.
It could be anything. Yeah. I was in a place where I was just like,
yeah, you're probably like, I know Rick. Yeah, he would never
fuck you too. Place. That's
yeah, absolutely.
It's funny that you mentioned this at this time. So my family with my cousin, the light skinned one.
Yeah.
So his father.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he's constantly been having events since I was a child. That him and my father used to actually do it together. So he's always having events.
He just came back with his old.
Yeah.
Yep.
So him and my father used to throw events to help the needy of Jersey City, we'll call it like that. Mostly the youth. So right about now, he's having another one, and it's not good enough for me to just buy a ticket. It's also hey man, you better fucking be there. And he's laughing because he knows this person knows how accurate. I
know the person because of what you just said. I don't want to put him out there. Damn man.
So it's like the type of familiar pressure that I have for not just being. You can't just support financially. You have to support in person. You have to market the event like you're fucking head of it. So
but that's the difference. Ask me. I wouldn't mind posting something like that. And as
I'm getting older, that's like becoming the boundary.
Right.
Like, like we all got our own shit going on. So if I can support you this way, this is the best way I can support you right now.
Right.
I gotta support me.
Don't get me wrong, bro. I think everybody would love to be supported in person. I think that's the general goal.
Life happens.
Yeah, I feel like this all comes. I'm sorry, to cut you off. You go.
Nah, go ahead.
Damn, my fault. Yeah. But I've been doing that today. But I kind of do feel like it kind of circles back to what we were talking about earlier. If this shit is potent or not. And it's just kind of a different conversation because it's not about if it's potent or not. You just had some shit to do. Mm-hmm. But looking for support, there's only so much you can do. Right. There's only so much asking you can ask someone, but they would have to want to do it.
Right.
If your shit is potent, they'll come. If it ain't, then you got some shit to work on.
Fuck yeah.
And when you're running a business or starting a business or anything like that, of course everybody wants support because that's what's going to lead you to success. Of course.
Right.
But you're not going to get that at first. Like you got to get there and you got to be strong enough to be like, it ain't going to happen right now. There's no rhythm right now.
Got to build it.
You got to build something with your own shit so people going to want to call you out and be like, yo, I need to hit this man up and see what's going on. Hey, yo, you got so-and-so in number? I need to see what's good with him. Because that's what it is. Right. You can't be begging. You need to produce something to where they in their heart want to call you. Like you got to give them a reason to.
Right. They're gonna want to work with you.
Yeah, like it's only so far as that you do all this fucking. Let me call them and tell them, yo, make sure you posting this. It's like, yo, there's only so much of that you can fucking do, dog.
And that's and for people that's hearing it, that's coming from somebody like I known bro forever, and that's coming from somebody that he done did our podcast and stuff like that, and then people done reached out to us to want to work with him. How many motherfuckers, I ain't gonna put your business out there, but how many businesses or how many entities they want to work with you?
And that wasn't the case like years ago when I first
started. Exactly.
When I first bought a camera, no one knows that I have a camera and I'm doing this.
Right. Yeah, true. Yeah.
Like I have to make a demand. I have to create something to where like now someone's gonna try to reach out to you. Right. Now someone's reached out to Knots in that time. Like,
hey, shout out to Port Tavern because that's one of those examples.
Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
That shit crazy, man. It just rubbed me the wrong way. And the person, and don't get me wrong, the person that posted it and shit like that, I'm not saying that they did it because they watched the shit too. But I'm just, in a sense, I just wanted to gauge how y'all felt about it because I sat on this while I was in my like little sabbatical when we was off. And it just was like, dude, like I didn't show up, but you know what I'm saying? I brought a ticket. Let's just hypothetically speaking, my $25 gave you your profit.
You know, it absolutely gave them their profit, which means that this is past the business.
Exactly.
This is a
personal thing.
Right. Yeah, they love you, bro.
Exactly. Right.
And they just wanted you to be there.
I understand. I understand that.
That's all that is.
Oh,
it was in their feelings and they posted some shit on IG.
And I took it to heart. So it could have been. It's a me thing. It's a me thing.
It's cool, bro.
Yeah. But we back. You see, we got into some shit that we done. Showed our ass. I appreciate Sorry because Sorry was the bad guy today, fellas. Wasn't he not?
I'm a very honest individual,
every time
bro.
Sabi has a little crash out day, we're gonna call it the hamburger meat Sabi.
Oh man, bro.
That's wild.
Yo, I'm actually losing weight, bitch. So we won't even referring to fucking
I'm talking
burgers.
about how your face go from white to pink, motherfucker.
Look, now he had to go into detail.
I like that.
I appreciate y'all. Continue to like, subscribe. I know we've been going for a minute, but we back. We posting. We have to get back consistent. We had some hiccups and stuff like that on certain ends. Probably more than likely my end, but we back.
Sincerely, bro. Yeah, we here, man. We here,
So
man.
continue to like, subscribe, watch Cognac Conversation,
Bang,
Left Hand Man, Right
bang.
Hand Man, Sav,
Yeah.
JNS Media. JNS Media will be on vacation.
Yeah.
So when the audio go bad
Not my
or you
fault.
got an issue,
Don't blame me. I set it up like it is.
exactly, blame HR because
We
HR better be here.
We still gonna
Fuck
blame
y'all,
him,
nigga. I'm
bro.
talking about vacation. Leave me
I
alone.
ain't give him no proof for his vacation. He going.
One of y'all niggas better.
Whoa.
Me and Savi got to
put
do
my
this shit.
vacation in February.
I'm
I don't know where you been at.
You had to get back with Melinda in the office.
Oh, Belinda. Oh, that's our problem. My shit gone.
I'm letting you know right now. Me and Savi got to do that shit. We taxing niggas.
Hey, bro. Hey,
Yeah, we ain't gonna like this at all.
We ain't
I
gonna
never
like
gave
this
him. I ain't give him a miss to go see his
Yeah.
second family.
It
It gotta be. They miss daddy over there.
But for sure.
at all.
Nah, but for sure, man. We back. Like I said, JNS Media. He gonna be gone for a minute, but we gonna
Yeah, I'll be
stay
back.
here. HR, appreciate you, Scott, pulling up. Spread Media, the hardest working man in the industry right now. Tap in with him. Tap in with us, of course. We gonna be popping out this summer.
Yeah, we be
I'm
outside.
back. I blame me for full transparency. We was out because of me
Hey,
and
it
because of
is-
other circumstances, but because of me. But I got my energy back.
Word, man.
I'm here.
we got some
here.
spots.
Pep was
Hey,
had
that-
my car in hostage.
Yeah, so Pep Boys too. Shout out to them. They fucked us. They fucked Savi, but not us.
Hey, shout out to Spread Media again, y'all. He shoots prom, he shoots pornos, whatever.
Yo, he said
OnlyFans models hit me up.
He'll shoot for the right price, y'all. You have angles you never even thought you had.
Facts.
Oh,
He done
man.
he done turned water into wine. We ain't gonna call him Jesus, but he turned water into wine.
Amen.
Camera.
I'll take it,
On the
bro.
first page of Pornhub.
Yo, but appreciate y'all. Stay tuned. Stay locked in. We coming out. This summer is about to be crazy. I know we said it before, but nah. I'm back focused. Team back focused.
Yep.
Man.
If y'all see us at a strip club doing a pod, don't ask no questions.
Yeah.
Man.
This nigga done foreshadow shit. But we out, man. Salute to y'all. Thanks for watching it, man. Watch every other episode too. We out.
Yeah.